Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 siege battle for you today, and in the middle of a sandstorm we have a glorious 3v3 here. We have three Diadochi armies on the defense here. We have Seleucids, we have Egypt, and we have Bactria here, all facing off against Carthage, Rome, who have allied together. Two rivals have joined side by side, and they are joined by Galatia here in this 3v3. And I'm looking forward to this one. We're here on Alexandria, as you can tell. The desert, clearly, you know, the Sahara is just like blowing in right now. It's a rough time in Alexandria. I'm not quite sure how the defenders are going to be able to see the attackers coming, but they are managing at the moment. We have Jabbies being thrown up onto the walls here, hitting these Galatian Legionnaires. But yeah, this is a very, very close 3v3 that I'm really looking forward to. It comes down to the wire. And yeah, it's certainly it's going to be very exciting. So definitely make sure that you leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment to show your support if you want to see more Rome 2 action. We already have some combat going on over here with Hillman here taking on some legionaries. And it looks like legionaries should win that one decisively, really. I mean, it is Hillman at the end of the day. More Hillman there being cleared off by some legionary cohort here as well. They are getting jammed hard now by Thorax. There's a bit more of a challenge there. Some Thorax swords waiting behind. But it does seem as though Seleucids has got the job of taking on Rome. We have then Egypt and Bactria taking on Galatia and Carthage together. It seems that is going to be the case. Lots of breaches being opened up here. Galatia sending in some Galatian swords first. And they look like they're going to be taking on some Thorax in that encounter there. But yeah, I'm really liking this aesthetic of like the sandstorm. It does look really, really cool. Just trying to get some good angles for you guys. These trees being in the way are certainly not helping. But there you go, the breach point. The battling out there as well. And it looks like more choke points being opened up here. This is a big choke point being opened up here. As Galatia pours through the troops. Looks like more Galatian swords coming in. Yeah, it's good to be back in Rome too. We've been doing some DEI recently with the campaign for Sparta, but it's good to be back doing some vanilla sieges as well. I know you guys do enjoy them, and you can see Libyan infantry looking like they're getting ready to go in here. So Carthage coming in his first troops, and then we've got Libyan infantry over there as well. Look like they're going to try and take up the Thorax. There's a fairly evenly decent match there. Like, I mean, Thorax and Libyans, I feel like sometimes really disappoint. So two disappointments facing each other couldn't go more wrong, could it? Thorax swords here. Yeah, they're just getting focused down by the tower. Poor guys, they're getting sniped out. Rome over here with his armored legionaries, and then the Galatian legionaries as well. They're marching down the street. They've got a royal peltas to deal with next. They're also getting hit by artillery. I don't know where that was, but I think it's the artillery over there, Bastion Ballista, hitting Romans. But it's certainly Rome taking it slowly early game here, which is not a bad idea. There is a long way to go in this siege. Libyan infantry in here, dueling it out. I didn't even have a look, see whether Carthage got any elephants, because they're always useful. They look like they have as well. Oh no, companion cav. Okay, they are not elephants. I don't think they have then. I don't think they brought a single elephant, which is a shame, because usually elephants are insanely effective. But we do have elephants over here. Oh no, these aren't. Again, I thought these were elephants. They're not. They're scythe chariots. I think we have Tunis as scythe chariots, in fact. Yeah, Egypt and Seleucids both brought one. Scythe chariots would do very well though. And we've got Indian armored war elephants over here. Okay. I'm excited to see these bad boys in action. Yeah, they have... Okay, they just brought the unarmored ones, in fact. Yeah. Seleucids. Oh boy, they have got a lot of sneaky things up their sleeves. Hopefully they can do some decent damage to Rome. They're now engaged with each other here in this choke point. It looks awesome. It really does. The lighting, just everything. It looks just top notch. It really does. They have broken through though here, have Rome. I think that was just a that was another Hillman unit. The Thorax here. I guess are sort of protecting the flank at the moment. The legionaries are going to hit them in the side. These Thorax in the side trying to do some damage. Jabbies coming in, hitting them hard. Jeez. Yeah, this legionary cohort's basically spent. What we got back here, legionary cavalry. The Romans brought a lot of legionary cavalry, bizarrely. Velites as well. We've got auxiliary Syrian archers. Got his general. What's he brought? Praetorians. No surprise there. And then what's this? Armored legionaries as well. He has got a reasonably decent amount of legionaries, which is good to see. Obviously, that is Rome's strength in their armored infantry. Let's do it from this angle. This is a little bit better for the lighting. But there you go. You can see the thorax down there battling away with the Romans. And they're holding for now. And seems to be the same case over here for the moment. Bactric coming. His thorax. Yeah, Libyans and thorax both losing in this choke point though. But that is how war works. No one comes out a winner. Arrows flying in, just taking people out. It's pretty brutal. We've got Persian light archers. We've got a hillman behind as well. Setting in the thorax before the hillman's an interesting move. But it seems like the Galatians sort of getting forced back in a few areas. Libyans as well getting killed off. Egypt's doing pretty well on his side. Egyptian infantry, he's got some pretty trash infantry holding back. Much superior stuff here, but he has to send in a lot of this trash Egyptian infantry. Yeah, brutal choke points being fought over here. Could they get some archers up on the wall and like shoot into the shoot across and just like get some good angles? I mean, I think that they already are anyway, but they could certainly get some really good angles until these Galatian swords and such like down there. But maybe they're thinking of saving ammo. I don't know. Got two Royal Peltas units over here. Looks like the Royal Peltas initially taking a bit of a battering. Oh, we had Sobek cultists as well going. We missed them, but they got taken out pretty effectively by the looks of it. I don't know if they got that many kills. Yeah, 20 kills. Yeesh. Not good. Rome just kind of wasted them. But yeah, more Royal Peltas here. They should hopefully be able to hold these guys back for a while. Rome is slowly breaking through though. He's actually in amongst his Persian light archers here. Rome is making some pretty steady progress. The thorax is just not that great against legionaries, unfortunately. And they got plenty of legionaries in here. And it only seems like they got thorax and Royal Peltas to beat back the legionaries right now. They have got the elephants, which could be very useful, but Rome does have a lot of javies. I mean, every unit in Rome 2 has a lot of javies. One of my problems with Rome 2, really, I would say. That's why I quite like DI. Not every unit has javies like in vanilla. It's like Rome should really have them, and like a few other unique units for the factions. But yeah, Rome's like the only faction that, like, most units universally had javies. Legionaries are being beaten back here though. Well, actually, this Royal Peltas is losing. You need to get some good shots into the backs of these fights. Because, like, defenders, they have less money. So you've got to use sneaky tricks like rear shooting stuff. Like, as a defender, you get the better chances of, like, getting good angles with your archers. The Egyptian infantry here, though, is being very resilient. And there you go, Galatian legionaries, in fact, are being beaten back. Yeah, you're gonna have to send some more over. That's exactly what they're doing. And it looks like Galatia just spammed out these legionaries, which is not a bad idea. They're the top tier infantry. They're not that expensive either. You can chevron them to hell. Seeing lots of cheaper infantry going in now as well for Carthage, which is never a good idea. Well, not a good idea. It's just never a good sign. Like, if you're sitting in the Libyans first, your best infantry, and they can't break through. Don't know if the mercenaries Scutiari are going to break through. I mean, they are losing the thorax. It's just whether the defenders have enough infantry reserves so they can keep this up. It seems like they do. They have plenty of more thorax back here. So it doesn't seem like they're running short. And they've got Galatian Royal Guard as well. I mean, I certainly feel like on this side here, I think they've got them wrapped up. I think they've got this easily sorted. Side chariots, I don't know where they're going, but they have been mobilized. They need to get over to Rome, really. Like, that is where the real issues are. Galatia, though, has sort of made a bit of a breakthrough here. There's a gap in the line. Like here, if they can funnel more troops through this gap, they can get in amongst the defenders quite easily. It looks like that's why a Thorax is being moved forward now. Chariots took a bit of fire, but they're still okay. The other chariot over here has actually started to get some charges off, and it's got 47 kills. Yikes. Yeah, not done too great, that's for sure. Pikes here, though, forcing back the Romans. And that is one thing that Rome can't deal with, is pikes. They can javvy them. Well, they can javvy and shoot them, I guess, with archers, but that's all they can do. They got nothing else to match them. Pikes here as well now retreating. They're getting shot at a little bit, but it did force the Romans back, and this is one of the things that they might be able to do. Keep the Romans at bay, just keep poking away with the pikes. Archers firing in, certainly a good idea if the defenders can take out the attackers' archers. See these Syrians here taking a fair amount of fire. Here comes another volley. Yes, I mean, they're using like multiple units to take out this one unit. It's a good way to save ammunition. I mean, look at that, 59. Yeah, they've got like 3 units down here of Persian light archers. They're just focusing down that poor Syrian. Poor guy. Does seem those Carthage is breaking through. I don't know if the defenders really are going to continue defending these choke points. Seems like Carthage and Galatia will just keep pouring in the infantry right now. They need a new plan. Maybe they do let the attackers in a little bit. Try to use those chariots, their best, like their best use really. Or maybe they could just hold this line here. I mean, I don't think that's a great angle either, because they can shoot into the sides. You got the Thorax here, waiting patiently with mercenary Cretans. And we got Galatian Royal Guard on the way up. Best swords available to Egypt. We have got Thorax pikes back here. And there's also an Indian armored elephant general. That's bold bringing him as a general, to be honest, because elephants can go out of control pretty easily. That is very bold. We've got Hellenic cataphracts here as well. I don't know if they were a good use of money. I just never think cataphracts are that great in Rome 2. Generally, I just don't think Cavs are that great in Rome 2. It doesn't have the hitting power of, say, Attila. The late game, who knows? Galatian Royal Guard now in here. They're trying to kill off some of their own kin. Sad to see. Galatians versus Galatians. Well, I'm imagining the Galatians will win that fight, one way or another. Got a general already in the front lines here for Seleucids. I don't know if that's because they're just short of men or what. We've got pikes and we've got Royal Peltas here, patiently waiting, but guess who's even more patient? Rome. He's just got his archers up here, and he is focusing down. You can't really see. I'll get rid of the foliage, but yeah, there you go. The pikes in the back there. These archers, yeah, just firing away. Rome still not being able to break through. I don't know if that's because of the help of the pikes. They're actually on the opposite side, so Royal Peltas, I think, just got the beating at the moment of the legionaries. I mean, they are weakened units, well, that's got something to do with it. I mean, the archer fire as well coming in is also probably helping. This cavalry over here, I mean, I don't know what this has been doing. Where has this been? Did it sally out, or something, or has it just been stood here and getting shot by towers? I think it might have just been getting shot by towers. Whatever has happened is also a lot of men unnecessarily. Rome, by the way, is committing his last few units of infantry, and they're the Praetorians going in. So Rome's kind of running short at the moment with infantry. I mean, there's a lot committed here. Here's me thinking Rome was being patient and, you know, playing it smart and long. Rome's just straight in there. And he's running low on men, and he's just going to continue to fight here. I mean, there's pikes in this engagement. This isn't a fight you can win. Not like this. He needs archers to fire into the side of these Seleucids, try and even this up. Like, he's doing a good job on this side. He's playing it smart with his auxiliary archers and his legionaries. And he's forcing the Seleucids back. I mean, they still got Royal Peltas over here. They're going to probably hold the line for a bit, but they're doing a good job. General here is just getting battered. He's at 82 men left. Egypt down here is holding back 2 armies on his own right now. The Galatians down here still. This is the sort of performance you get out of elite infantry. This is what you want out of elite infantry, I guess. 80 kills though, it's not that great to be fair. They are taking a lot of fire though from Carthage or Galatia's archers. They're looking a little low now, you know, all those endless thorax reserves I was commenting on. There are not many of them left now. It still seems like Galatia and Carthage have a lot to offer. Sacred Band, for one. Plenty of mercenary noble fighters as well. My gosh, I don't know what the funds were for this game, but high they were clearly. Like, really high. Mercenary Samnite warriors as well. Like, they've got some expensive stuff here. You can see again, look at this. Seleucids retreating. Royal Peltas running for their lives. We've got a little Royal Peltas there holding the line. Rome has, I guess, successfully broken through. But at what cost, you could say. I mean, Seleucids are nearly out. It's never a good sign. I feel like the attackers are really low on men. How many kills these pikes got? 98. Not bad if, you know, for a base pike unit. It's not an expensive one, just a cheap pike. It's not bad. The Galatians, if they get to like 100 and, I don't know, 30, that'll be very impressive. I bet they've like got there quite easily. Let's have a look quickly. This is an entire different Galatian Royal Guard. This is the battered one. 111, they're close. The healthy one though in there is never a good sign. I mean, these are the sort of choke points that you want your archers to be contributing to. I mean, hard on this one because there's like anywhere to set up, but certainly could certainly do with supporting this choke point over here. If they're gonna stand here, like I said though, whether retreating to use the scythe chariots could be worthwhile, I don't know. The Galatian is winning that fight, which is good to see. But it doesn't really matter because there's plenty more men to come. Like, Carthage is looking pretty healthy. And, I mean, Galatia's not too bad either. He's still got a decent amount of infantry. I've got Carthaginian infantry now over on this side. Starting to waver as it gets beaten back by pikes. The Libyans here now, I mean, yeah, Carthage now out here supporting Rome. He's out short on infantry. Looks like the Cav's about to just go for a charge as well. Legion Cav here in the smoky, sandy terrain. Just getting focused down. I don't know what they were trying to achieve there. I mean, the Cav, I personally don't think it's that effective. I wouldn't bother with it too much. It's not that effective in a siege battle. But yeah, taking out those archers, very useful. Well, they're not archers, they're Javies. Definitely want to take them out. They're focusing on those thorax. Pikes for sure. Salmonites now being committed. A very nice infantry unit, very nasty. They're losing. They're actually losing in this fight. I'm kind of surprised. Is it thorax? Yeah, I'm really surprised they're losing the thorax. And they cost about the same. So I guess it makes sense that one's losing, but maybe the Salmonites got focused down a bit. I don't know. Gave thorax the edge. I'm really not sure. Oh, there you go. Normal business has been resumed. Salmonites are winning this one. I was going to say, that's usually Salmonites should win that fight. Thorax just fancy mixing up a little bit. Egyptian infantry, eesh, being committed. Yeah, they are thin on the ground. Balance of power in favor of the attackers still. And that's probably being held there because of the Indian war elephants, really. And scythe chariots. Are they still hidden? I don't know if the defenders, the attackers, sorry, are aware of them. Oh no, they are. They're aware of them. They're not hidden. And also, Seleucus has no general. I've just seen his general is dead, so that is a big problem for Seleucus. He hasn't got much left. He's got very important things like pikes. Look at that. Looks awesome. It really does. Looks like this one Libyan infantry though here is not going to be entertained by charging in there, and I'm not surprised. Anyway, back to the only fighting that's really going on. It's over in this choke point here. Libyan infantry taking on thorax. These guys aren't fighting, they're just kind of stunning each other, just shouting abuse. That's what war's about. War's about killing. Sacrifice. Escalation's in here though, trying to support this fire. We've got Mercenary Scutari flanking. Certainly this choke point is now looking less and less desirable for the Egyptians and Bactrians. They need to pull out these thorax really instead of sending more stuff in. Maybe get the Galatians out as well. And the Galatian Royal Guard could certainly be handy. Or maybe they're going to just retreat all the thorax and leave the Galatians to hold. Because they know they won't waver and break. But yeah, we got these thorax getting focused down as they retreat. Certainly, I think it's going to be Galatia and Carthage making the main pushes here, making all the shots. This just seems to have an endless amount of men. I thought like Galatia and Carthage were going to be done for. Certainly, Roman discipline over here is not prevailed. I'm not saying they've lost; they're just taking a lot of casualties. Maybe too many. I mean, this tiny little Legion unit here just trying to cause a few issues. I mean, are Seleucus not going to push around? They might just become the aggressor and try and flank around and draw the Romans into fight them in some certain areas that they don't want to. I mean, if the Seleucus push around here took this square back, then the Romans would be forced to defend all these choke points here just to stop the Romans from, the Seleucus from getting in behind them. And that's just very key Roman infantry that's not used in the final assault. poor brave legionaries just dying currently. I mean, I would be as well if I just run around like for half an hour in like full armor. Here we go. I mean, this is the general unit going in here for Seleucids. So no loss to Seleucids if they lose this unit now. Looks like they're going to win that fight there. Are the defenders. And actually, you know what? The defenders decided to commit more men. This just seems like a really bad idea. And the attackers right now are sending around their companion cavalry. They could go through this choke point here. I mean, there's Royal Thoraxos waiting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be like they've inflicted a decent amount of casualties here. But at some point, you just got to accept that you can no longer hold a choke point. To be fair, I'm one of those people. I struggle to accept. I'm like, no step back, men. We die where we stand. But sometimes, if you want to win the game, you've got to just retreat. Galatia here has just been grinding. They're starting to break through now. Oh, the Cav did go for a attempt. Did not work. These Royal, to be fair, these Royal Thorax are getting pretty beat up. I also just realized the cavalry, the unit sizes. I don't know. Are they usually 120? I feel like it's 160. But maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I haven't played Rome 2 in a little while, but I'm pretty sure it's like 160, isn't it? Unit sizes. Like Ultra. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Cavalry here for Bactria is now come around this side. I mean, it's been here a little while. But it's threatening the Romans once again. We've got the not elephant, sorry, the side chariots way out here. I think they're going to go round. Maybe try and do some rear charges. Not a bad idea. I mean, there's worse ideas right now. To be honest, I pull back these pikes, these Thorax pikes. They're not doing much against Rome. They're holding back 4 units. They need to get them over here. I'll try and deal with this whole army of problems. Mercy Scutiari, they're about to get broken here by the Thorax. A solid unit of the Scutiari, but I feel like they're better at flanking than they are at just like frontline fighting. And there's now more living infantry in there instead to replace the Scutiari that are broken. Galatian Royal Guard getting focused on a companion cav. Causing issues, but nothing too much. I mean, 36 kills is not much of an issue. Not for an expensive cavalry unit like that. Still a decent amount of Carthaginian infantry here. A lot of Samnites, noble fighters. Sacred Band. I've not seen a single African pike unit, which I'm surprised that they didn't bring any to try and match that Diadochi pike fights. I mean, they've got some of the best pikes around, like Silver Shield pikes. They didn't bring them today, luckily. Thorax pikes pretty solid as well. Hell, we've seen even like the basic pikes of Seleucids today just cause all sorts of problems. Brutal fight though. Just talking about like things that haven't died down. Neither is a sandstorm. It's still here. This is constant. Imagine fighting in it. You'd just be like eating sand the entire time. You'd like as you try and shout an order, you'd be like, oh, there's a mouthful of sand in my mouth. Armored legionaries here. And Praetorians. Looks like the Praetorians trying to get in there. Try and murder these retreating Thoria spears. Praetorians also are obviously subject to a lot of archer fire right now. They could just hold them in the right position. I mean, this legionary is pretty battered. Praetorian over there, pretty battered. If they can get them in the right angle, force them to fight it out, then the Romans can get focused on pretty easily. But here we go, Cav going in. Yeah, it's just not that scary. Like, Cav is just like, eh. Yeah, it's really not doing a lot. These Hellenic cataphracts as well, I don't know how many kills they got, but they're expensive. 86, yeah, not really that many. Be interested to see who's got the most kills for any player. I mean, I think it's going to be Galatia or Carthage. And I think it might be Egypt for the defenders, but I could be wrong. Back to retreating now. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. I think it's because this Scutiari over here causing a few issues. But yeah, not a good sign. There's only one thorax sword still available. The rest of this infantry is over here. Whether he's going to retreat it back over here, I don't know. Oh, we've got elephants and we have chariots now being committed here. I mean, these are easy kills, hopefully. Isolated Praetorians should be easy enough for the elephants to take on. The elephants dying already? Oh, they are. Pretty quickly. They're actually wavering. Jeez, I thought they might actually deal with these Praetorians. No. They struggled. Oh my. Wow. Yeah, they broke just like that. Wow. Like got 80-something kills. Really not worth it then. That's a big loss there for the defenders, really. I mean, what are you going to do about it? Thorax do not give in. They finally defeat this unit here in this little choke point. Companion Cav is running away. Cowards, a lot of them. There's still 20 minutes of the siege left to go. I hope you guys have got some snacks still. Maybe got a little bit of a sip of your drink to enjoy. You're gonna need it. You might need a refill. Don't worry though, there is free refills in the PopeJohnPaul cinema. Have to prove that you subscribed. I'm clearly going delirious, making up random cinemas. Fresh legionaries going in. It needs a silver chevron. I don't know if they've all been silver chevron, but it might have been. And there you go. It does seem as though Egypt here, Galatian Royal Guard, yeah. Clearing at least Samnites. Galatian legionaries, though, with their silver chevrons doing well. Really, I get these defenders, they need to push hard now elsewhere. Like, Rome is just not doing anything. They're just sitting here being a nuisance like I would if I was in Rome at this point. Being a nuisance and not doing a lot. And it's holding half the army of the defenders on the wrong side of the map. While the other half here struggles on, and we are starting to see the crack show. We have Cretan archers here wavering. I've just seen a pike unit as well break over here. Yes, if you want to send in your own Rome 2 replays and want to have them featured on the channel, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. It's the best place to send in your own Rome 2 replays. And whether it's just Rome 2 or whether it's any sort of Total War replay, feel free to send it in. It's the best place to do so. Like I said, link in the description. Yes, this is the final unit they've got to kill now, and then I think that's it. I honestly don't see them sending more. Seeing Hellenic Cataphracts come with Syrian Archers as well. The Archers must have got some incredible kills. Well, 55. Whether that one's just started firing. Some of the other ones, though, earlier, my gosh, they must have got good kills. A thin blue line of Egyptian Galatians holding back a much thicker line of Galatian ones. Galatians. And there you go, the Galatians, they look like they're about to lose and die. Looks like we're about to see Egypt's general maybe get committed as well. 82 men left. About to go in. We've also got the Cav over here still persistently trying to break through. You madmen! You're not going to break through there. It's infantry. You're in, like, combat properly. Yeah, that's not going to work. I wonder if these Syrian archers got ammo left. Oh, they do as well. They have their bows out. That's always a good sign that a unit has ammo left. Oh no, that's a real problem for the attackers as well. Oh, for the defenders, sorry, as well. Seeing like little Praetorians and little Legion units come forward here, just to annoy the defenders. They're going to try and take out this general unit. It's got no general, so it's no big win. Just one less unit. Gotta love the Praetorians. I say every video, it's a shame they're not in their actual historical colours of like white. That would be better. But maybe the purple, Imperial purple, is like the sort of vibe they're going for. Still 18 minutes left. It's just been grindy fights this entire time. Like this wall fight has just been going on since the very start of this video. Like no one has just given any ground. There's plenty of mercenary Samnites waiting here as well. Like they have stacked them up here. I feel like they could break through. These units are like, well, that's 106, but 2 units of samurai should break through there easily. I mean, it seems like the general's going to die here soon for Egypt. Egypt will then be out. Then this is really down to Bactria and what remains is Seleucids, which is not much. $24 left. I think the general for Egypt must be dead at this point. But yeah, I think he's the last unit as well for Egypt as well. Yeah, Egypt's chain round. Egypt's gone. We have got lots of Persian archers left over here. These guys seem to have ample amount of ammo. So Seleucus has been holding on to his ammunition, which is good. He needs to use it on things like maybe Rome's general, also probably Carthage's general I'd be trying to take out. Those two in particular. I won't worry about anything else too much, but they look like they're just busy taking out Galatians here and Samnites. I mean, to be fair, there's some low, like small-sized units there. Now you can see Bactria's moving his pikes over. Rome is seeing his opportunity now. Just put one of the pikes here in this line. And they defend it there. I mean, you've got Seleucid troops over here as well. You've got to remember these guys. These thorax and a pike unit here. 96-man unit. Could be very, very useful. Next, assault, though, coming from the Carthaginians. Going after archers. I hope they were out of ammo. I'm seeing a Hellenic cataphract go in there again. I don't feel like they're really very effective. I say every game, cavalry is not the same. It's an expensive use of money. 111 is not bad, but it's not great. For like a unit that's costing way over 1,000. If you were like the attackers, it'd be a bit more worthwhile. But as a defender, you really got to make your cav like worth it. Like, make it count. Best strategy, honestly, sometimes with cavalry, if you're defending, is just to go all cav. Go all cav, like as one of the step factions. You can have a lot of fun, you can do a lot of damage as well. Especially if you come up against the right faction. Certainly would not say Roman's the right faction. Praetorians, though, here, they're about to try and break through this thorax line. They might do it just through javies. It's a small thorax pike. I mean, if they wanted to, I'd be Rome. You just got to just flank around with the other unit. Just get in behind. Cause as much issues as possible. Here we go. I think we're about to see a javi throw here from the Praetorians. And there you go. In they go. Hitting those thorax hard. Another one on the way, I imagine. Maybe not. Retreating. Looks like they got some pikes here that they want to deal with first. It is those Seleucid pikes on the way up. Trying to hit them. But here we go. Carthage and Galatia is now pushing through here. Onto the next line of defenses against that thorax pike unit. Whether that'll engage, I don't know. There is a perfectly good flank around here, which I think Galatia has spotted. But we're about to see, I think we're about to just see that carry, companion carry, like bizarrely. It's about to just charge into the pikes down here. But I thought they could just break through, I don't know. Really don't know what they thought there. The elephants though, like Indian armored elephants, they might just pull off an amazing last stand. Who knows? Rome has retreated his last few units. I think this one pike unit threw him off. Oh, seriously, we're going to see Carthage and Galatia come to this one choke point, and we're going to see them just... Oh, I thought they were really going to do it. Like, just go round. There's plenty of ways round. Oh my, okay. Anyway, I'm just going to fast forward while we wait. Just going to wait on something to happen. Rome and Galatia and Carthage all sitting back. And the defenders, obviously, at this point, it's not looking too good for them. Got 30 minutes left. Band's power's way out of their favor. They've still got one Indian elephant, and they've still got a few pikes. And a dream. A lot of archers left as well, which is actually a bit of a concern, because obviously they can be killed off pretty quickly in melee. They could do with a few of those thorax reserves at this point. Those archers also might come in pretty handy, I wonder now, for the pikes. We have actually seen a little bit of a sally out here. Got some Persian archers selling out. It's not a good idea, because it's only helping for army losses for Seleucids. All of a sudden his army could just chain route. And as soon as one army goes, the other two are vulnerable. We've seen that with Egypt. Egypt's already gone. So if Seleucus goes, Bactria could face a chain route. He's only got 4 units left himself. Gotta be careful of that 5, in fact. So, yeah, gotta be careful. And this is when Carthage is probably thinking, damn, I really wish to brought those African pikemen. Those are probably thinking, damn, why didn't I just flank around? Because if he flanks around, the pikes can't be in 2 places at once. I haven't got enough pikes to defend everywhere. Like every choke point at this point. So, really, should be easily cleaned up. Looks like instead the attackers are going to go to the effort of sending every infantry unit in that they have with ammunition to go and try and just kill the Seleucids. Well, not the Seleucids, sorry, the Bactrians. I really had to think about what faction it was, and I still got it wrong. I was like, it's one of the two. And I was like, certainly ain't Egypt. They'd be dead. Galatian legionaries, though, they are sort of flanking the thorax. With thorax, they don't give a damn. They're winning anyway. Got Rome's general coming forward. Maybe to give a bit of support. Maybe just do suicide charge. Could be one, could be both. Oh, he's just suicide charging. Yep. Yeah, that's not a good idea for cavalry just charging the pikes. You will be kebabbed. 18 out of 30. And here we go. Sam Knight's now going in. These Thorax groups start to rack up a lot of kills here. 71. They're still relatively healthy. They'll happily take if the Roman general here keeps charging in. I think he might have got himself killed. Eager tired. They're still fine. They've still got their general. Although those archers might want to shoot this this elephant with fire ammo. Just scare him off. That would be what I'd maybe do. I still don't know why they haven't just gone around this flank. I mean, they have just enough scrappy infantry and just like scrap units that they could. Here we go, Sacred Band on the way forward. Looks like they're going to form hoplite wall. And then they go in against the pikes. Both are pretty nasty like units that can form phalanx. So one has a long pike, and one does not. How are they doing? The Thorax are even. 86. Yeah. Seems like the Sacred Band are still pushing them back at the moment. Seems like the Thorax are being forced out of their formation right now. Yeah, the Thorax is starting to lose, and that's a bit of a problem there for Bactria, because that's the only unit really holding them back. I mean, there's another unit over here, but it doesn't really matter because Rome's sneaking around over here. He's found a new way in. Yeah, General is dead now for Rome. There's no surprise there. Yeah, this is a real concern, really, is the Thorax are losing. We're now about to see Syrian archers go in instead. Syrian archers versus Syrian archers. Who wins? Apparently not Galatians. I still got another pike unit back here, which I guess is relatively healthy. They just need to keep their pikes alive and their elephants even more safe. They've got a chance. It might just come down to time. If we can hold for time, they might be okay. Pikes are back in there. Then if this is the same one, or no, this is the cheaper one now from the Seleucids. Trying to get in there, get some kills. How many kills they on? 165 going up quickly. But yeah, the Pikes doing well. They're winning. General is dead, but they're winning. Starting to see a bit of a chain route from the attackers. Most Syrians are breaking along with companion cavalry here, and that has not affected the band's power at all. If anything, it's probably put them further out of reach of the defenders. Rome over here, winning decisively as it takes on archers. Should cut through these guys pretty easily. We can get some flanking shots, or just get the pikes in there to engage them. Armored Legionaries here again beating Thorax. I mean, just the size of the unit is just enough, but I think also Armored Legionaries would just slap up Thorax anyway, if they were both healthy or not. So this little rear attack here by Rome really coming in handy. Whether the elephants being back there would help. I wonder whether that would just rout those units easily, and then they don't have to worry about the rear at all anymore. Because I'm sure the attacks will save some ammo. loving the light as well. I mean, look, you can see the sun in the top there, beating down on what remains of this the siege. Oh, and we're just about to see a big old mosh pit, I think, from Carthage here. And finally, Galatia throws a bit of a brainstorm, flanks around. That's all you need to do. And these Indian armor war elephants here, they could charge spears, but I'm pretty sure the spears have an anti-large or certainly an anti-cab ability, which I think is also effective on anti-large, on large units. The elephants going in again. I'm guessing the opportunity with the units retreating. Or maybe they just didn't want to engage the Galatians on the other side. Maybe they were that scared of them. Elephants with pikes, though, could be a pretty deadly combo. The elephants, to get the money out of them, need to get like 300 kills. Majestic beasts they are. Just used and used against in war. They got 114, still healthy. Haven't lost a man yet. Oh, I say that as they lose 2. Not good. Not good at all. About 2 minutes left. Rome, I don't know where Rome's going. Oh, there's a cap point over here. They're just trying to take all the cap points now. But Rome is at this cap point trying to take that. I don't know if that is the main cap point. I thought the main cap point was somewhere over here. Yeah, like here. Pretty sure that is the main cap point, if I'm not wrong. Or it's this one. Actually, no, it's this one here. It's this one by this obelisk. This is why they're defending here. That would make sense. So Rome's just capturing some minor ones, trying to help with morale boost. Which is not a bad idea, to be fair. Less morale for the defenders means quicker to break them. Or less needed to break them. The pikes here. Soldiering on. I think these guys must have got like 250 kills now. Oh no, they got more than that. 367 this pike unit's got. It's done incredibly well. For a cheap little pike unit, really, really well. But he's now losing decisively, and it doesn't help that there's Galatians starting to surround what remains. We've got thorax pikes here, looking the other way. Just back to back these pikes are, but that's not going to matter now because Seleucids are broken. Where are the elephants? Oh, they've run away over there. They've rallied. The players migrated. Looks like the pikes maybe are going to try and defend this choke point. That's probably their next best plan. They've got to send the elephants in. Just throw it all in at this point. Or maybe they're just trying to keep the elephants alive because there is only about a minute left on the timer. Maybe that's their plan. Just stay alive with what's left. Get the draw. Thorax here. Yeah, I feel like the thorax are about to die. Is this seriously going to... I mean, could the general break it? He could in theory. Actually, no, he's eager. Inside 4. I think they're okay because... yeah, they can cap the point, but it won't be able to capture in time, I think, to win the battle. So I think the defenders are going to win on a win on a draw, or at least get a draw. Or maybe the elephants just kill this general, then rout the rest. Maybe these archers don't have ammo for sure. Oh yeah, I thought Carthage was going to entertain the idea of charging that general for a moment. Here we go. In goes the elephants. There you go. A costly victory for the Seleucids. So they did successfully win and defend their city. They did defend Alexandria. So well done. This was sent in by Kylan von Witt, who was playing as the Seleucids. Actually, no, sorry. It was sent in by everyone here who was playing as Egypt. But yeah, it was from Kylan von Witt's perspective. 112 kills with the elephants. That he brought. Not that great, to be honest, from Seleucids there. 107 kills with his Persian light archers. His pikes getting 380 kills. The Royal Peltas 127, 115 with his thorax. Then we got Cat Trooper playing his Bactria, 116 kills with his Indian armored elephants. His Cataphracts getting 111. Archers getting 128, 140. And then his pikes 98. The thorax getting 137. Yeah, not that great. Then everyone here playing as Egypt, getting 132 kills with the Scythe Chariots, 154 with the Cretans. His Galatian Royal Guard getting 150 kills. Thorax getting 115, 124. Then we have Rex North playing as Galatia, 181 with the Galatian Noblemen, 127 with the Syrian Archers. Galatian Legionaries over here getting 167 kills. And then we've got the Galatian Swords down here getting like 69 kills. Then we have Stone Vonsky playing as Rome, 132 with the Auxiliary Syrian Archers. His Armored Legionaries 101, 150. And then he's got like a Legionary cohort down here getting 130. And his Praetorians getting 113. So nothing insane for Rome there. Then we have Kimi Rayek playing as Carthage, getting I was about to say 100 kills. 94 kills with the Cretan Archers, 113 kills with the Libyan Infantry, 127 with another there, 159 with the Noble Fighters, and then 129 with the Samnite Warriors, and then 168 with the Scutiari. But there you go, guys. That is today's siege battle. I hope you guys had enjoyed. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you in the next Rome 2 battle. Until then, bye for now.